Welcome back to the channel once again, and if it's your first time here, my name is Gigo, and today we have Efo all the way from Kumasi with another decking work for us, right? So, if you don't know Efo is our carpenter here on the channel. I have a playlist for him, so if you want to see his work, anything wood in construction, Efo is your guy, right? So if you go to the playlist, you find his name there, and then you see most of his work, right? So we've done this several times here on the channel. So as usual, we will use this video as an educational video as well to share one or two ideas, some tips, during construction. So just stay tuned. I believe this video will be helpful to someone, right? So this is a 3D drawing of the apartment. It is 6 units in total, and the design is just simple, right? It's just a simple structure. No so much cantilevers here and there that is going to cost you so much, money when it comes to the decking. It's just the normal balconies, which you see there. So that's Efo for you, up there, with his team. If you like Efo's work, or if you have any question, based on the decking works, right? That is Efo's number on the screen. You can always get in touch with him via the WhatsApp, send him the message with your question, and I believe he will answer your questions for you, right? So please get in touch with Efo if anything cross your mind in this video, right? And also my other artisans as well, right? So I trust them, so I believe that when you reach out to them, sometimes they might be busy during, the day, because you can see if they are working, sometimes the phones are not with them. But please always, when you call and you don't get them, please leave a message, and then they will, attend to you. Sometimes, after work, they have to drive back home, right? So sometimes let's exercise a little bit patient as well. If you send them a message and you don't hear from them after 2 days, then you can always get in touch with me. If you go to if you go to the description box, my telephone number is there. Some of the videos also, I put my telephone number there, so you can also get in touch with me and let me know what is the issue, and I will do my best, try to reach them out, and then I will get a feedback for you, right? So as we saw earlier on with the 3D, the apartment has two sections, right? So it is 3 units at one side and also 3 units at the other side. So you just imagine you name each room with a month, right? That means that you have 6 months of rentals, right? And in Ghana, normally we take like 2 months advance or 1 year advance. I think they want to change that system. So for example, you are taking 1 year advance. That means that every single month you have 1 year rental income coming in, right? The question is, what can you do with this money, right? If it takes you 10 years of hard work, of hard labor to put up this apartment, right? And then you are making, this sum of money. So let's say, even if you are making roughly like 15,000 Ghana cedis, right? For the whole year, right? For the whole year of 1 unit, right? That means that every single month you are making 15,000 Ghana cedis for 6 months. And if you can still, let's say, just go through the hustle again for another 10 years. But I believe if you're having this income coming in every month, you're having 15,000, and you are going again with another 6 units to make it 12. I think that is good. It's not going to take you 10 years again, right? Because now you have some support. So maybe within 5 years, let's say if you are doing the same job, that means that within 5 years you can put up another apartment, 6 units, the same structure, right? So in total, with 15 years of hard work and hustle, you put up this same structure two times, meaning you have 12 units every month, making 15,000. What will you be doing in the West, right? I mean, you can decide to even stay at the West because, I mean, you don't need to be there. All you need is to just, employ some, a handyman, someone who is good with electrician, someone who is good with carpentry, just for the maintenance. Get some cleaners as well, for the maintenance of the compound. And if something goes wrong, at least they can be there to fix it for you. And I mean, if you are making 15,000 Ghana cedis every month, uh, I mean, you can live anywhere in the world, right? With, let's say, 15 years of hard work in the West. Or let's put it even 20 years of hard work living in the West to put up this structure, right? That's why I always try to tell people that if you are buying a land, right, and it is two plots, if you can afford both plots, just buy the two, right? Buy the two plots, and I mean just keep keep the other one because you never know. As far as you are planning to build on that land, you are bringing value to the next land next to you. So why don't you take that land as well instead of developing the land for someone to come and build his, I don't know, maybe his dream house, or maybe he's going to build some commercial property there. Why not take it, right? So let's try as much as possible. If we can afford two plots, let's take it. I mean, we don't have to build on it now, right? And if things go south, let's say you are not able to even finish with your own project, you are struggling with your own project, and you get stuck on the way, wherever you've gotten to with your project, it's still a value on the land because people know that, oh, you started something and it will be finished. So when you price the second land, right, when you, even if you add 20% or even 50% to the normal price, people will still buy it, right? So I mean, these are some of the ways we can go around when we are building, right? When you start with building, trust me, you save, I mean, you take time to save the money, right? Let's say it takes you 2 years to save the money to start with the project, but trust me, within 1 month, all your 2 years of saving can just go within 1 month in construction. That means that for you to get that same amount of money, you need another 2 years. So sometimes let's play smart a little bit. When you see the next land next to you, just capture it. Get your documentation done. Hold it till you are in need of funds or money, and then you can release that land with some percentage, and then you have more income to boost you to finish your project. And I mean, if God willing and you are able to finish it yourself, and your house is done, trust me, people will be passing by and be asking you whether you want to sell the next land. And when it happens that way, I mean, you name your price because they are ready to move in, they are ready to come, right? And this is where you can also start with another project. So I mean, these are some of the ways you can start making money, so that when you move back home, you don't even have to think of what you want to do back home, right? You can take risks by trying other businesses. I mean, starting a business in Ghana is one of the difficult things to actually go through. So if you have this freedom of making 15,000 every month, you can risk 10,000 every month just to try a new business. And one thing that we normally don't really look at is that finding a job in Ghana, or let me say in Africa, that is going to pay you the same amount of money you are making in the West is difficult, right? Unless you are self-employed, or I mean you are someone that can work from home, then maybe you might be working in Ghana and then getting the same amount of money, right? So sometimes we want to move back home. You get back home, and then what do you have? I mean, what is the next thing to do? Are you going to make even half of what you were making in the West, right? So building is not easy. It's not going to be easy, but it's possible. You can make it easier for you by, I mean, going through some hard times, right? And try your best to get things done. And when it is done, you have that freedom to, I mean, live or take any risks in life that you want to do. Real estate, apartment, rentals gives you that kind of freedom, right? The money just comes in every month, and you just have to set some amount down to just do some maintenance. That is, if you still want to keep your apartment looking new, fresh, and all the time, then you need to keep the maintenance, right? That's why you always have to employ, someone to just be managing the place as well for you. That is, if you want to, live around the world, be traveling around the world, or I mean, if you can also just go back home and be that person trying to maintain the house just to keep yourself busy, right? Because one thing that we don't normally pay attention to when it comes to this rental properties is maintenance. And we think when we are done building, that is it, right? But the maintenance, trust me, it can cost, a lot of money if you don't have, a good um, handyman, right? That will support you with your investment, right? It is not just putting up the structure and then it's done, then it's cashing out, right? So I mean, when effort was done, you know how we do it at Ego Production Group. We have the whole set for you. So this is Nee and his team. I believe I've shared this video earlier on, but I'm just trying to chip it in so that you understand where we started, and I mean where we are going with the production group. So this is it. This is why the production group is here to help you build that dream that you want, right? With people that understand each other, artisans that understand each other, right? Can you imagine you are in the West for the next 15 years, you're working so hard, you come home tired, and you still have to be explaining things, have to organize for artisans to show up on site and all of that. It is a hustle, right? That's why I've created this group that you can just tap into them, get them on board, and they will get the work done for you, right? So then I think this brings us to the end of today's episode. I really do appreciate your time spending on the channel. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe so that when I post my next episode of the concrete casting, you will see the progress and then the block works and then up we go. Thanks once again for watching, and I will see you in my next episode. Like it. Do we?